You cannot make money. You can only take money from other people.
You can only take money, not make it, because
you can only convince other people to give you money. That's the only way money can be made, unless you're the Federal Reserve, and you're not the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve makes money. You take money.
So the first of the 11 things you must learn to get to $10,000 per month as a student is how to convince people to give you their money. Andrew is really good at this, and this is one of the most important skills for young men, according to Andrew.
If you're going to say to a 20-year-old who's truly exceptional and driven, I'd say you need to become a master communicator. Because once you can do that, you can do anything. And that fixes all the other problems, right? We talk about making money. If you're a master communicator, you do fantastic in sales. You'll kill sales. You'll absolutely destroy sales if you're a master communicator.
So become a master communicator and master the skill of sales. Number 3.
If you're a normal person with a normal wage and a normal income and you're focusing on investments, you're making a big mistake.
So don't focus on investing, but on increasing your income. Here are Andrew's 4 main ways to do this.
There are 4 main ways to getting money. You either trade your time for money, information for money, you give a product or a service for money, or you put something to work for money.
So number 4, trade your time for money, or better said, get a job and get paid to learn.
I'm actually a big proponent of having jobs, and I think that's probably taboo nowadays. But why not get paid to learn?
And if you currently have a job, but don't learn much from it, for example, you deliver pizzas, then do this instead.
If you're like, well, the place that I work at doesn't teach me anything, then you should absolutely go apply for other jobs. Like, change your conditions.
Change your conditions and get a job where you learn new skills so you can eventually sell your knowledge.
You need to establish credibility so they understand that they can trust you and they will pay for your information. This is another way to get money, information.
So number 5 is to sell information. Now, I don't sell the things I learn. Instead, I share them for free on this YouTube channel and in my free newsletter below this video. According to Andrew, you should avoid selling commoditized products or services.
Most products and services are monopolized. They're monopolized because everyone's already selling everything. And we live in a global economy now. And there's no product you can think of that I can't go to Amazon.com and find cheaper from China, and they'll sell it at a 1 penny, maybe 2 penny markup.
And once you have enough capital, you can put the money to work instead of your time by hiring people.
Now, this is what corporations and the mega rich people do. They either get people to work for them or they get their money to work for them. So to keep their time free, they make other people or other things give up their time.
But assuming you don't have a lot of capital yet, keep in mind that you don't need it to start.
You have to look at your business ideas and your plans and find a way to remove the need for money to attempt them. So my philosophy on business is this. Any business in the world that could genuinely work without investment.
Excellent advice. So tip number 7 is to find a business opportunity and remove the need for money. How do you find good ideas?
Identify how your money is taken from you. If you start doing that with every single time you spend anything ever, you're going to start to identify business opportunities.
I do this all the time, and one of the opportunities Andrew always mentions and leveraged himself massively is the attention of people.
So if you develop a phone addiction and you refuse to consume and you only create, you'll start to attract attention sooner or later. And when you can do that, there's usually lots of different ways to monetize it.
So tip number 8 is to develop healthy addictions that serve you so you get more attention than you give and build an audience. Or die-hard fan base like Andrew. And don't be a dummy.
Everyone understands this. Your network is your net worth. You're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Everybody understands this. And then they still hang around with losers because they're dummy.
If you're not surrounded by good friends who are on the same mission as you, then listen closely.
Average of the 5 people whose content you consume.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And so you just somehow stumbled upon like the finance books and the classics, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad and everything. And they essentially became your father figures then.
Yeah, 100%.
So number 9 is to be influenced by people that are experts in the areas you want to improve. And don't be arrogant.
The main reason most people are broke is because they are arrogant.
Instead, take risks. Because what's the worst thing that could happen?
Let's say you're young and you're just coming out of college or coming out of high school or whatever. What do you risk? You're not going to starve.
You're not going to starve. And know that your future self can fix the problems that will arise on your journey.
I have a play to make and it seems semi-risky. I'll think, well, future Andrew's even better than current Andrew. So future Andrew, 4 years from now, he'll fix it. Let's say it goes wrong. A future Andrew's got it.
So tip number 10 is to take risks. Face the pain.
But if I put myself through endless pain to end up where I am, it's very hard for me to have sympathy on the man who's afraid of pain. You're avoiding pain. I've been through endless. I now have everything I've ever desired. You have none of the things you desire.
And the last tip is to choose proud as your default emotion, because
If I had to choose how I wanted to feel all the time, I would choose proud. And proud means you have to work. Proud means you have to do things. You have to achieve things. If you want to be proud and be realistic, you have to do fantastic things. So my default favorite emotion is proud. That's how I'm happiest when I feel proud about anything.
So to summarize, become a master communicator. Learn the skill of sales. Focus on income, not investing. Get a job to get paid to learn. And once you are an expert in an area, you can sell your knowledge. And once you have enough capital, you can invest and hire people. So you create a higher leverage on your time. And when it comes to time, develop healthy addictions that serve you and create more than you consume. But when you consume, make sure you choose to be influenced by experts in the fields you want to learn from. And the last advice from Andrew is to take risks and choose to be proud. Because it means you have to do pride-worthy things. And doing these 11 things will get you to $10,000 per month as a student or young entrepreneur. And watch this video next to learn how to stay focused and disciplined along the way. I'm Jordan, did over $3 million in revenue, and I've hired over 50 people. And my advice to you is to start living your life like it is a documentary, because it is. Someone is just not filming you yet. Subscribe for more.